Welcome to my daily review. You're looking at a daily chart of the NASDAQ. Today is Monday, July 21. I've been on the road. I just pulled over. I'm across the street from Netflix here in Los Gatos, California. And just taking a look at the market today, just chit-chatting with a buddy here at the Bay Club, which is right across the street from Netflix. And the NASDAQ today opened higher and then closed at made a new high and then closed up 78.0.38% at 20,974. You can see the gap up at the open if I go to the 5-minute chart, and then it ran up to 21,077, then pulled back, sold off into the close, which you don't want to see. Weakness into the close, and the same thing with the SPY and the IWM and the Dow are weak today. So overall, there was a lot of selling today, and we know what props up the Nasdaq and the SPY. It's those mega cap tech stocks. The Nasdaq closed 6.5% above its 50. So something to watch for here is I mentioned that what drives the Nasdaq and the SPY are stocks like Apple when it's up like that, and Google, which is one that we had on our ready list last week. It's pushing away from its base, and today popped a nice nearly 3%. $5 move there for the Google. And I think what's happening is there's been a rotation, right? There's always rotation, which is healthy for the sustainable long-term rally. And today, they kind of went to a safe haven. The tech stocks are, the thinking is that the estimates are too low for their earnings and they're going to crush their earnings. And so it's a lot of selling in the leaders, and they move that money into, little safer haven stocks like, gold and, the tech stocks, mega cap tech stocks. All right. I'm going to move on because we had earnings this morning from Verizon. I didn't hear the earnings, but it had a positive response, up 4%, which is nice. And then Domino's Pizza, DPZ, reported this morning, and it was kind of flat on the session. All right, I got to get to some stocks because I mentioned the leaders are extended and they need to pull back. And so we just want to find out where they're finding support. And a lot of them this weekend, I was looking at stock charts and having a hard time finding a lot of good ones now. It was easy and plentiful for many, many weeks. And now it's, a lot of leaders are extended, so they need to pull back. And that's what they did today, starting with AVEA, AEVA, if I could type it in there correctly. I think I jinxed Mike on this one here, down 17% today. But that's what you sign up for when you get something like this, is wild and loose, a kind of a stock, momentum stocks. That's how they act. That's how they behave. That's how they roll. So today it was down. Ouster, another one down 4%. Dave is getting kind of wide and loose. It's had a big run, undercut the 50, rallied above it on Friday, and now undercut it again today, down 10% today. SEZL, Sezzle, another one that's been, a leader for a long, long time and now starting to show signs of cracking as well. AAOI, which has been really strong for a long time, and now it's pulled back, just down 1% today. No great shakes, trading sideways. That one looks okay. Robinhood, that one really needs to pull back here. Had a gap to fill on from Thursday at 106.64. Friday it gapped higher, and the low was 106.95. And so today it filled that gap. Just pulled back to its 5 EMA, closed right at the 5. So I think Robinhood's fine. Definitely a leader in this market. Oklo. Now, some of the energy names have been hot lately, and no pun intended. And GEV reports earnings on Wednesday morning, so that's going to definitely impact these stocks. Wow, Oklo was down almost 10% today. LEU, I had to sell this one. I can't hold GEV and LEU into earnings, so just took profits on this one. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, even though it's down 10%. That's how these stocks roll, right? It's had a hell of a year, and there's a lot of profits to be had there. And so I just take the profits and move on. And then Upstart, this is another one that's been a leader, pull back more than 2% today. So, yeah, a lot of these leading stocks just pulling back, some profit taking. Uh, That's to be expected. Some stocks that popped today. There's this guy, I should mention his name. Some fund manager's been pumping this stock open, saying it's worth like 82 bucks or something. Open Door Technologies. And yeah, somebody's buying this one. Yeah, up 42% today, I'll say so. And then NVTS, another one that was up nicely today, 24%. And then Mr. Cooper. The financial name had a nice day today, up 7%, popping out of that base. A couple other names, that I had on the ready list last week. One was A-Lab, which a couple of people said they bought that, and it popped today above that breakout point. It closed above that 102 that I was looking at last week. I didn't buy it because I have AMD, but nice 20% move for that one today. If you had that one, congrats. Some of the other names here, CrowdStrike. I've been waiting for this one to pop off its 50, and it looked like it was going to today, but it just pulled back. What was the closing range here today? The daily range, it closed at 47%. So in the mid range, not bad for CrowdStrike. And then we had, of course, Roblox, one of the leaders that continues to march higher. Yeah, that one looks fine as well. Let me see. Let me move on. Oh, the I'm a little out of sorts here, so I'm just going to do this quickly. Galaxy, this is one of these Ethereum um, Bitcoin plays. This one broke out of a base. It closed near the lows of the session, though, 4%. And so did IREN. These things look like they're really going to pop, and they fell back quite a bit. BMNR did the same thing, and that one closed down 6% after moving up earlier in the session. Anyway, that's it for crypto. I did mention gold, a couple of gold stocks that stuck out today. Orla, yeah, this one looks like it made a new high at 1243, matching that old high there. GFC, this is another one. Oh, come on, Marty. GFC. Uh, KGC, duh. I told you I'm out of sorts. All right, this one had a nice move today, up 3%. The one that I like in this group is, I believe, is the leader is AU. This one popped 6%. We had that one on our ready list last week in AEM. So kind of defensive name. In AEM, they were breaking above that little downtrend line there. So I'm going to look around tonight for stocks set up, looking a little different direction for tomorrow as we see more rotation as we head into earnings. We're getting into the teeth of earnings this week. A couple of retail names. Tapestry continues to march higher, making new highs. And Ollie, never been to Ollie, but Ollie making new highs as well. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to stop there. Thank you for watching at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up. Maybe tomorrow I'll do mine from Apple. No, I got things to do tomorrow, but I will post a video in the afternoon, hopefully. And I do have one more thing in honor of Steve Jobs. Earnings tonight from a semiconductor play, NXPI. Yeah, that one's down 5% on its earnings report. Steel stock, STLD, down 3% on the news. And then this networking play, this one moves a lot on earnings, and it's up after hours 4%. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up. Thank you for watching.